Hi, Christine here at the Patterson-Appleton Arts Center for the Greater Denton Arts Council. Thanks so much for joining us again for our Thursday night's Facebook Live. I'm here tonight with my new friend, Shelly Jones. She is a graduate dance student at TWU, and she's going to talk to us a little bit about how things have been going through the pandemic and how she managed to complete her final year of her graduate degree without being able to really perform in person very often. So how did that go?
Yes, that's a phenomenal question, and I'm really excited to even not just talk about my process with it, but the process that TWU Dance Department went through, which is really cool and exciting. We have amazing, phenomenal students in that program. There is, with everything that's been going on, obviously with the pandemic, and it all happening so fast back in spring 2020, our students really had to adapt their works. We were going to do live concert stage works, but then we had to make it all virtual, right? So we have a ton of screen dance works happening, and our students have done a phenomenal job, and they have like evolved and adapted and growed all the way from spring 2020 all the way up until spring 2021, which is so cool. You'll even like see on our social media platforms at TWU Dance on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, but there is concerts, like our recent one was just last week through the Lens, but you'll see like graduate work, undergraduate work, and faculty work. So it was really awesome to see our students like going out there and like really trying to adapt to these times. With that being said, we have had some students, including myself, within the graduate program that we have had nationally and internationally shown their screen dance works that they've presented within this year, which is really cool. So we have Kamali Hill with Black Film Festival. We have Miranda Zapata with Women in Dance Conference. Then Danielle Willis with the Toronto Independent Film Festival of SIFT. And then my work from last semester was actually shown and presented at American Collegiate Dance Association, which is a really big festival for the dance world and universities and colleges, which is really exciting. Another cool thing too about the department is that we do have a diversity and inclusion committee led by faculty, which is really awesome. And within that, our graduate students, we have been meeting weekly, like about 19 MFA students. We've been meeting weekly about helping the faculty decolonizing the curriculum and also having cultural diversity within the program as well, which is really exciting. Sorry, these are all awesome things that our department is doing, and I'm about to get to me too. And then lastly, I just love to share about all the awesome things that our students are doing as well. And then lastly, it's really cool to see our students, the physicality has been really hard. And I can speak from this personally as well, but physicality has been really hard because we haven't been in the studio and really been able to move how we normally do in big spaces. We've been in smaller spaces, some people have been in their bathrooms or their bedrooms or the park or the sidewalk or any different, or garage, different avenues and venues and ways that they've had to adapt and work, and they've really evolved and grown and have grown in that way as well. So staying on screen dances, my work coming up, this is so cool actually, because my work is a lot about street sounds, and you'll actually be hearing, which is really awesome, Brittany Padilla, who's one of our musicians within the department, she made a soundtrack, and I was like, okay, I really, really want to people to hear my stomps and my breaths and all this movement, and also the sounds of cars passing by and birds chirping or leaves falling or horns honking and stuff like that. So it's really cool. So I love this kind of stuff. But it's really cool. In my work, it's called Exuberance, that you'll be seeing tomorrow if you look at TWU Dance social media platforms. I'll be premiering on YouTube at 7 p.m. But Exuberance is a dance film exploring what it means to bring it as a woman who is a practicing guest in hip-hop street dance forms. And that's what I've been exploring this semester, is trying to figure out what that really means to me and what bringing it means to me personally and individually. I think there's something that's really cool about hip-hop culture is the values that it brings of individuality, creativity, and community. And I really wanted to try, and it was hard because I actually had to do this, it was solo work on just myself, me alone, very isolated, which I feel like a lot of us have been during the pandemic, right? And I'm like, how am I gonna show this in my work, where it's just my ideas and my concepts pulling through? So it is a little different in that regard. I wanted outside input as well, but it's okay, because it's really cool. For me, what I discovered, what bringing it is this dynamic, energetic, powerful, strong effort qualities and movements that I feel like have resonated for me, and what I believe to be bringing it. So that's something that's like really cool. And I think something that's really important too is to recognize that this work that I'm wanting to put on, even like for future works that I'm really excited about, is that I really want to get diverse perspectives, diverse backgrounds, people who are out there in this field of hip hop and street dance, and I really want to get their perspectives and of what's going on, and that it can all even be within what's going on within the times of their culture, right? Because it is more of an African American dance form, and Black Lives Matter is very, very prominent, something that's recently been going on, but I mean, it's been going on for a long, long time, but it's really, really prominent right now in our world, and that's something that I would love to further explore, but with other backgrounds and diverse perspectives on that, and not just my own, because obviously I can't speak for everybody, right? And that's not even part of my culture. So I think that's really interesting and further work that I would love to explore. But what you'll be seeing today is just a short little excerpt of my dance film.
Thank you so much for joining us. It was beautiful, Shelly. Thank you. I really loved the bus going by at the last minute. We could hear the horn of the train in the background. It was beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And you can catch her again tomorrow night when we repost her final senior show.
Project.
Thank you so much. See you next Thursday.
Thank you.